Hi, I'm Manu and welcome to my channel. In this video, let's understand the aspect of time, the importance of now, the importance of the present moment, so that you can change your life for the better and create a better version of yourself. Permit me to introduce myself. I'm a veteran aviator, and for the last 20 years or so, I've been working with the youth. Those youth who were in the later part of the schooling or college and helping them to find the potential up to finding them a suitable work or vocation that they wanted to pursue. I've been instrumental in navigating their course of life, and they did change for the better. There's yet another purpose of this video is that at this stage of life, I would like to recycle back my learning and understanding to help the sensitive people in the sensitive years of the generation Z or Z, as you may call it, and enable them to pave a better way for the generation Alpha to understand and avoid mistakes that I have committed so that they progress in their life and they live with joy. The first thing I wish to do is pay my deepest gratitude to each and every one with whom I've been associated because they were my teachers. They are the ones who directed me, redirected me through the journey of life and to become what I am today. The journey has been wonderful and there have been many achievements beyond my expectations, and they've been truly phenomenal. To understand time and its impact, it is quite interesting to know that when you build a bond with the duck, the moment it hatches, that you take care of it, you feed it, it accepts you as its mother and it would follow you everywhere. That's imprinting. It happens naturally between uh, baby animals and their mothers. This develops into trust through the care you provide the duckling within the first few days of its life, and this will form into a habitual trust and it will affect it for the rest of its life. Similarly, we are also programmed and learn a lot of things in the nascent stage of our life and subsequently form thoughts, opinions, behaviors, habits of which we become very, very possessive of and don't want to do away with it. One of them is the notion of time. Many times I've heard when the results are not as one has expected it to be, they are told that this is not the proper time or that was not the proper time for you to do such a thing. And there is an appointed time for each and everything, and that whatever is happening is all predetermined. I'm not going to go into the latter part of the predetermined aspect, but focus on the voluntary or the liberty and freedom that you have to take action. Waiting for the opportune moment may be warranted for some occasions and situations, but not for everything that you want to do. Probably there was a lack of proper planning, not much of effort was put into it, or all pros and cons were not thought of. But saying or waiting for the opportune moment may lead to procrastination, an aspect that I've been a victim of. In my case, it is due to over ensuring, super management, and trying to achieve perfection. Many people indulge in finding the right moment to initiate a project for divine help or that their plan needs it to ensure success. In which case, it is right to delay a project until the correct moment. Well, it so happened that a friend of mine was selling his old books, and I came upon this book by Echart Tolle, The Power of Now. A wonderful book from which I've learned a lot, and I'm sharing my own understanding of the essential commodity of time. We need to understand that time does not exist independently of ourselves. It is just a perception and is an illusion. What one perceives is not time, but the one point that is out of time, that is now, the present moment, which is precious indeed. The more you're focused on time, your mind wavers into the past and future, and you completely miss the now or the present moment. When we recollect the past, we need to understand that nothing has happened in the past. Whatever's happened, it has happened in the now of that time. If that event was painful, you again bring to life all the pain associated with that event and feel the pain again. Not a wise thing to do. Also, nothing will ever happen in the future. For it to happen, you will have to sow the seeds of that result in the present now, in the present moment. If you do not sow or if you do not take action in the present moment, then nothing is going to happen in the future which would subsequently become the past. And again, you would brood and you would relive that aspect of failure. What we need to understand is that any action is often better than not taking any action at all, especially if you have been stuck in an unhappy situation for a long time. A broken clock also shows the correct time twice a day. But is that sufficient? Was it designed to do so? No, it was supposed to show the correct time every moment. Similarly, we are supposed to act every moment of our life. If that action initiated results into a negative situation, and if you learn something from it, in which case it ceases to remain 100% failure or 100% mistake. You have been able to create value out of a negative situation and salvage some victory of learning. But if you continue to remain stuck, you learn nothing. Whatever the present moment contains, accept it as you had chosen it, thereby taking responsibility and work with what is available. Due to this approach, you will prevent yourself from not working against it or working with the feeling that it may not be a success. So when you are able to make the best use of the situation with whatever you have as your friend and not your enemy, then you are sure to make the best use of the time and report success. But if you are looking forward to tying up every loose end and wait for the opportune moment, then by the time you begin to feel confident of taking action, you find that there is no time left to initiate action. One needs to remember that not progressing is in fact regressing as time is ticking away. Like your money, if it keeps lying idle, it actually devalues. Therefore, you need to invest it wisely for it to overcome the aspect of inflation. Investing your time fruitfully is also similar. It is an attitude that you need to adopt towards time. Investing the present moment, the now, fruitfully. When you do so, it will mystically transform every situation and finally your whole life. I'm using the word mystically because we'll not be able to analyze each and every aspect of your success. Unfortunately, while we may physically live in the present, mentally we do not always do so. This is a state of delusion. Mentally, we are habitual time travelers. We travel back and forth in time between past and future. And along with the silly memories, feelings, emotions which give us company. We are constantly driven by various thoughts associated with those memories, desires, and habits. In the process, we suffer from various emotions and feelings, and at the end of the day, we are where we started from. It is sad, but that is what happens. It is possible that we invest our time in our pursuits, gain knowledge, skill, sports, hobby, relationships, and when you continue in the right earnest, circumstances that did not allow you earlier will turn around and support you. Knowledge, in fact, is basically a collection of memories, perceptions, learnt intelligence, and imagination arising from them. Most of our actions are actually echoes or repetitions of our past actions. Let us see the concepts that exist in regard to time. There are primarily two major concepts of time. The Abrahamic religions view time in a linear manner. There's a start and ending of the present world order, and that is the end. Ancient cultures like the Mayan culture or the Native American tribes, ancient Greek, Hindus, Buddhists, Jains, have a concept of a wheel of time, a cycle of time that is cyclical and has a cosmic connotation. The Greek, in fact, have two distinct principles of chronos and kairos. Chronos is the numeric or chronological time that we are talking about, and kairos is the right or opportune moment. It relates specifically to metaphysical time, in that is qualitative as opposed to quantitative. Well, whether the time is linear or cyclic, it is the continuous progress of events that occur indefinitely and in an irreversible series from the past through the present to the future. Therefore, in both cases of time, being linear or cyclic, both converge and are the same at the present moment or at the point of now. In both cases, one cannot rewind your life and erase something or initiate something to happen and change the course of things. But at this point of time, the present, the now, you are endowed with everything to change the course of things. Well, that's all in this episode. I earnestly look forward to meeting you in the next. Until then, please subscribe, share, and most of all, don't forget to press the bell icon and leave a comment. That is my lifeblood. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.